Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone had a good weekend and thank you very much for tuning back in. Today on the channel, as the thumbnail suggests, we're going to be having a look at the upcoming Pokemon set Temporal Forces, which releases in about the middle of March, I think the 22nd I believe. So we're going to have a look at it. What cards are in it that we can see so far? A few cards have now been released. What do their abilities do? Is it going to be competitive in my opinion? And should you buy it? At the moment I think yes, but let's dive in and let's have a quick look. So if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Welcome to the channel. Big shout out as always to GamersAtHart for sponsoring the channel. If you want good quality Pokemon products at a decent price, check out my link below and you can get 5% off your order when you're shopping online, and all orders are free over £20. So, with that said, Magmar, you ready? Happy Monday, son? You good? Yep, mini Magmar. Oh, that cup's there. I could do with a brew in a minute, like. But let's get into it. Let's have a look at Temporal Forces. Okay, guys. So here we are. Here we are looking at the new English set, which is going to come out, like I say, in March. This is going to be for Temporal Forces. Again, we're going to have ancient and future cards in this set. It'll be interesting to see what we get. So, a little bit of dialogue to go here. We've got Scarlet and Violet and Temporal Forces. Continue your journey to Area Zero and meet various new Pokemon including Walk and Wake, Iron Leaves, Iron Bundle and much more. Pokemon officially revealed the upcoming set for Temporal Forces, which will be released on March 22nd, 2024, with over 160 cards featuring ancient cards from the past, such as Walk and Wake, EX and Gouge and Fire EX, and future cards such as Iron Leaves and Iron Boulder, so you get your chance to have a look at those. And there's also a chance to see a reprint of A-Spec cards, a one-off card which will be very powerful. They can change the tide of the game. A-Spec cards haven't been in for a long time. A-Spec cards haven't been in for a very, very long time. I forget exactly when, but we'll keep reading. As stated before, first introduced in the Black and White series. Black and White, man, so long ago, but such a great time in Pokemon. A-Spec cards will return to the Pokemon TCG Scarlet and Violet Temporal Forces as initially announced during the 2023 World Championships. A-Spec cards have powerful effects, but each deck will be limited to one A-Spec card. Furthermore, A-Spec cards in Scarlet and Violet Temporal Forces will feature an eye-catching magenta design and can appear as trainer or special energy cards. Now, when it says one card, we're yet to see if that's one singular card or one type of card where you can have four in total, if that makes sense. But we're going to have a look through these because this website that I found here gives the English names of what the new AX cards are going to be, and a quick look at some of the pictures. If you're looking for a fuller set review, keep tuned, stay tuned. That'll be the second half of the video, and we're going to have a look at the special illustration rares, but this focuses mainly on the new EX cards. So the new EX cards are Walk and Wake, Raging Bolt, Iron Leaves, Iron Crown, Iron Boulder, and the A-Spec cards are Hero's Cape, Drum of Awakening, the Reboot Bot, Prime Catcher, and the Neo Superior Energy. The upcoming set, as you can see here, it's got 7 A-Spec cards, 13 AX cards, 22 illustration rare, 10 special illustration rare and porter cards, and 6 hyper rare gold cards. Can't find a photo of this hyper rare gold cards, but those will be coming out soon. Let's talk about the pack arts. The pack arts have some of the new EX ones. We've got like Iron Crown, Iron Leaves, Walk and Wake, for example. Pack art, I like it. Can't really complain. There's not one that's really bad or really good. It's just a generic pack art. Some of the pack arts in the past, not so good. I mean, if you look at like Obsidian Flames, that's one that has like the diamond stuff on, but we won't talk about that. Anyway, Temporal Forces, very good. It's going back to ancient and future Pokemon. I think this will do really well in the TCG. I think this will be doing really well in the collectible side. We're now hitting kind of like the middle threshold of Scarlet and Violet. When you get in the middle threshold of any sort of era, that's when the cards get better. Pokemon's got their ideas right. They can move forward. They know what's working in the TCG. They know what people want to see in the illustration rares and the special art rares. And this is where they start to pump out more goods. So here you have photos of the ETB, the Walk and Wake and the Iron Leaves. Again, ETBs will have 9 cards and a promo. The Pokemon Center, like exclusive ETBs, will have 11 packs and 2 promos. One promo will just be as normal. The other promo will be the stamped version, which you will get either, like I say, Iron Leaves or Walk and Wake. Out of the two, I prefer the Walk and Wake just because I'm a fan of those like purples and blues. As you can see, my lights on here on blues. This is currently set on Northern Lights setting, which I'm really liking. But I'll be picking up one of these each. We'll be opening these on the channel. I will be skipping over Paldean Fates because it doesn't interest me in the slightest. So mine when you will be going towards this. First new EX card we've got Gouging Fire EX, which is obviously the ancient form of Entei. It has a Heat Blast attack for 60. It also has a different attack called Exploding Fire for 260, and this Pokemon can't use an exploding flare again until it leaves the active spot, so you'd have to switch it out. Pretty good design. Later on, I will show you the full photo of this card, where it has like a massive headpiece. It reminds me of a dinosaur, not a Triceratops. I can't think of the one that I'm thinking of, but you'll see what I mean. Next we have Walk and Wake. Has an ability called Cerulean Pulse. Damage from this Pokemon's attack is not affected by any effects of your opponent's active Pokemon, which is good. And if your opponent's active Pokemon is affected by any special conditions, which would be burn, poison, sleep, confuse, this attack does 120 more damage. So pairing this card with something like Brute Banette, which Brute Banette is able to do poison Pokemon, so you can poison it with Brute Banette, and then put this in the active spot. It'll be doing 240 damage for 1 water energy and 2 other energy of your choice, whether that be a double colourless or whatever. That's 240 is good. Even if you're hitting a 220, that's still a really good option. On the card, I like that card. It's a cool looking card. They're just normal EXs. They're not meant to be outstanding anyway, but it's alright. Next one we've got Raging Bolt EX, which is obviously the big, long, stupid necked version of Riku, which... why, Pokemon? I get you going for dinosaurs. This one's like a Brontosaurus looking thing, and Walk and Wake's meant to be like a Velociraptor, but anyway. We've got Burst and Roar. Discard your hand and draw 6 cards. Pretty good if you want to get out of an awkward spot, or if you've been maybe Ionoed and getting 1 card, just discard a card and get a full 6. Really good. The Extreme Ascent 70X. You may discard any amount of basic energy attached to your Pokemon in play. This attack does 70 damage for each card you discard in that way. So if you're able to get lots of basic energy on that card, every one you get rid of will do 70 damage. Not the best. It means you've got to charge up and then discard loads of energy cards, but it could be better. Now we're on to what I think is the good ones. First of all, Iron Leaves EX. Ability is Rapid Veneer. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to the bench, you may switch the Pokemon with your active Pokemon. If you do so, you may move any number of energy from your benched Pokemon to this Pokemon. So if you have 4 of these, for example, and you've managed to get the energy you need for the attack, right, and it's in the active spot, you play another one from your hand to your bench, you can swap it over and you can attack. Because as this next attack says, this Prismatic Edge, during the next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. So you're going to have to be switching it out each turn for 180. I think it's really good. I think it's a cool looking Pokemon. Love the serious look on its face. Love the greens and the pinks. It works really well. So that, thumbs up, like that one. We've got Iron Crown, which does pair with the previous one with the ability of Cobalt Commander. Your future Pokemon attacks, excluding Iron Crown, do 20 or more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So on the above one, the Prismatic Edge will be doing 200 damage as long as you've got one of these on the bench, which is really good because abilities you can use anytime you want. And the other attack, this attack does 50 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon, ignoring weakness and resistance. So if the Iron Leaves has done damage to the Pokemon and your opponent has switched them back onto the bench, you can get this in the active spot. So for a Psychic and 2 colourless, you can do 50 damage to one and 50 damage to another. It can be any Pokemon you want, as long as it's on your opponent's side of the field. So I like that. Those two together, I can see getting played together. I like it. We've got Iron Boulder EX, which has a Repulsor Axe for 60. If this Pokemon takes damage from an attack during your opponent's next turn, put 80 damage or 8 damage counters on the opponent's Pokemon. So basically you've hit for 60 and you're like, come on bro, come on hit me, let's fight. And the other Pokemon will take 80 damage. So again, it's pretty good, but for me I would stick with Iron Leaves and Iron Crown if I'm being honest. Now we're on to the A-Spec cards. First of all, the Hero's Cape. The Hero's Cape makes a return. This Pokemon that has just gets an extra 100 health. Really good, really powerful. It'd be interesting to see how many of those you can actually take. It says one as A-Spec card, whether it's one or one type, which means you can take 4. Be interesting to see, but that's pretty good. That gets a thumbs up, like that one. Drum of Awakening. Draw a card for each of your ancient Pokemon in play. So if you're going to be going down the ancient side of the new TCG as opposed to the future, get one of these in your hand and you'll be able to draw a few cards because you'll be having ancient Pokemon. So that gets a thumbs up as long as you're going ancient. You've got the Reboot Bot. This is a future card. For each of your future Pokemon in play, choose one basic energy from your discard pile and attach it to that Pokemon, which is really good. It's a great way to get energy out of your discard pile, especially if your Pokemon's getting knocked out, or if you have a future Pokemon where the ability or the attack states that you must put something in a discard pile. This is a way to get it back out. So this, for a future deck, thumbs up. Massive. And the colours on it are really good. The Prime Catcher, which is probably one of the best cards, right? We switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon. If you do so, switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon, which is basically like a better version of Escape Rope, okay? For those in the TCG, the Escape Rope card you played, your opponent switches their Pokemon from active to the bench, then you do yours. This card lets you switch their Pokemon and also switch yours. So it's a really good card. So that's a powerful card. I love it. And the Neo Superior Energy. When attached to a Pokemon, this card provides 1 colourless energy, but it's a stage 2 Pokemon, it provides 2 colourless energy. So that's really good. In terms of playability, spot on. I think there's a lot of really good ideas to come along here. I can see some of the guys who are playing Pokemon cards with the likes of Ben and Gobi and Rob and Tony and that, having a field day with this. I can see this doing really well, especially come April when we hit rotation and we've got to rotate all the E cards out. I can see this doing really, really well. This will probably push up the price of the card because the more they're played in the TCG, the more the people want them, and that pushes the price up. In terms of art, let's have a look at the art. So if you stick around this part of the video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave some comments down below what you think of the AX, and let's quickly move on to the wider set. So here we are in the wider set. This is not all the cards. As stated earlier on, this set has 160 cards. I genuinely think it'll be around 260 cards, not 160. Once we get all the golds in and the full set reveal, I think this will be probably on 260. Or at least 200. At least 200. I mean, certain sets have been between 220 and 240, so maybe somewhere in that range. But here we go. Grass to begin with. Scyther gets another card. Scyther get a lot of love in a lot of sets. Torterra. I'm just going to pause on anything that I think is outstanding or catches my eye. Obviously these are in Japanese, so I can't click on and see what the abilities are. We've got the Iron Leaves card there, which is pretty good. That's probably the best grass card so far. No Magmar cards in this set, unfortunately. But we can always keep our fingers crossed. We do have Victini. Slugma makes a return. We've got Incineroar down there. Turtonator. And we have the EX version of Entei there. A few good cards. Nothing outstanding in terms of art. Again, these are just normals, commons, rare cards where the art isn't really, you're not in for the art. But here's some more. We've got Walk and Wake, a few water cards on the energy cards. Electric even. In terms of cards, there is a lot of hype at the minute about this Pikachu card. I'm not sure why, but there's a lot of people saying this is a really cute Pokemon, really cute Pikachu card. Look, everyone loves Pikachu. But this card in particular, I've never seen a Pikachu card hyped up like this for a long time. So we're waiting to see how that does in terms of collectability. We've got Electabuzz, we've got Electivire, Pokevault. This Pokevault card is going to have some really good abilities. There's a lot of people online already building decks with this and the Radiant Charger Bug from Crown Zenith. So if you've got your Radiant Charger Bugs, keep hold of them, because you could be able to build a new deck with this one. We've got Electric Style Wug Trio there. Into the Psychics, we've got L-Gem, Bronzong, Mr. Mime's back. What else we got? We've got Iron Valiant. There's another Iron Valiant card. We've got Iron Crown. A couple of Iron Valiant cards actually. So it'll be interesting to see what the difference is between the two. Whether it's just two different arts or whatever. We'll wait and see. Fighting types. What's sticking out here? We've got Stack Attacker. We've got here Sandy Shocks. Commonly known as Sandy Socks. But yeah. Iron Boulder, which we looked at earlier on. On to the Ghost type cards. Gengar! Gengar makes a return. Who doesn't love Gengar? Honestly, the best Pokemon, best Ghost Pokemon that's probably ever come out. Even though we don't have Ghost anymore, it's Darkness type and blah 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 blah. But Gengar makes a return. 310 health. It'd be interesting to see what Gengar's abilities are. And of course, we have Ghastly and Haunted to go with them. Fantastic. We do have a further Roaring Moon card. A terrestrialized Girafarig down at the bottom. And we've got another Scizor card. Scizor and Scyther have been getting a lot of love in the TCG. They seem to get a new card every set at the minute, which is good. Love Scyther, but where's Magmar? We've got the Dragon cards, Dragon type cards, Miraidon, Koraidon, Brontosaurus, Mon on the side there. Oh. We've got some normal types. Moving through, we've got Hydreigon card, Drampa, into the items and supporter cards. I'm hoping that somewhere in here is a status effect card, because Spicy Curry card is going out of rotation in May, and I'm hoping that whatever this is can be, I don't know, maybe a spicy card, but it looks like it's a healing item, if I'm being honest. We'll have to wait and see. Then we've got some of the other Ace-Specs cards. We have a Master Ball card, which wasn't explored. We've got some sort of belt, utility belt, and a few other trainers. Now, onto the bottom, right? Here's where we get the illustration rares. First off, right, how freaking sweet is this Shift Tree card? It's absolutely cracking. You know, we seem to get a really dark, moody card per set. We have this. We have the Palafin in Paldean Fates. We have the Scizor in Obsidian Flames. Love this card. In terms of picking it up, if the price is right, I'll get one of these just to have in a personal collection. Really, really nice. Then we've got Dealing. These two cards can sit side by side. I love the colours on these. The orange, the blues, and the pinks work so well. Imagine having these two cards in a binder, like next to each other. They're going to look so good, man. I can't wait to see those in real life. We've got Charger Bug again, Solosis. This Drampa card, just an easy going Drampa. Drampa floating on those clouds, taking his time. It's really good when Pokemon just do something basic and it works out really well. I like that Drampa card. That's really, really nice. On to what else we got at the bottom here. We've got the full art supporters. Don't know what this guy's name is, but I've said that he's auditioning for Naruto. When he can pull off some sort of special jutsu, I don't know. Wait to be seen. Wait to be seen what that card actually is. Now here, guys, special illustration rares. Not all of them are great, but some of them, like this. Check out that Iron Leaves card. Good God, that's a stunning card. That's absolutely, if that's like not one of the, if that's not the chase card or like top 3 or top 5, it has to be. The way that it's drawn and the colours in it is absolutely fantastic. That is a #1 card for me. The N-tier card, not so much. There is a dinosaur, right, that has like a big piece in its head like that, and I can never remember what it is. But again, this is the N-tier card. Looks really good. The greens are really deep and saturated and natural. The Walking Way card, kind of like a Velociraptor feel. Climbing that tree there. Love the blues. Love the pinks. Stunning card again. And this, the Iron Crown, like, honestly, Pokemon, this is outstanding. A really obscure reference, in the 90s, there was an anime called Outlaw Star, where the end scene was like a really slow song, and it was set in like all kind of space mystic settings. Go and check it out, and that's exactly where they've got that picture from. I'm telling you now, Outlaw Star from the 90s. Go and check it out. But the blues in that, oh, stunning. Between that and the Iron Leaves ones, I'd be picking those two up all day. Iron Boulder, again, back on the Naruto track, using some sort of summoning jutsu. I like that one. It's not as good as some of the rest of them, but it's alright. And then, like, they did Raikou dirty. They did Raikou so dirty. It's alright, but that neck, man. Why has he got a neck and a cloud, like, round here? You've done them dirty, Pokemon. But between this A tier, this A tier, I'll be 100% chasing those. Even if I don't complete the whole set, those two cards, 100% I'll be having. We've got some special illustration rare supporters. Yeah, it's alright, I suppose. Remember that the waifu cards in Japanese always do better, but the Pokemon illustration rares always do better in the English. But this, look at that Gengar. That's such a cool Gengar, just sitting about. His trainer's having a cup of tea and a muffin, and Gengar, the cheeky look on Gengar's face will never get old. Will never ever get old. I'm telling you now, guys. Now, it says here that we have gold cards. There's no picture of the gold cards, but if I find some, come check us out on Instagram. I'll put a post up and I'll put some gold cards on when I find them. Alright? And then we have the two promo cards. We've got Nuclear Powered Tyranitar, which is alright. It's alright. It is much better than this, with all the leaves. And I get Pokemon are coming from a point where, oh look, we're hiding somewhere and we're looking at Pokemon their natural habitat, but it's too obscured for me. I don't like it. So, in terms of art, there is more cards on here than I love, than I hate. I think Pokemon are now going to get into the stride. I would highly recommend collecting this, guys, from a TCG point of view and from just a collecting card point of view. I'd be very tempted to keep some of this sealed. We will do a full set review once it comes onto Poké Data, and we can have some early prices and stuff like that. But I am all about this. I'll be skipping over, like I say, Paldean Fates, going head straight into this. I'll be getting some of this sealed. I'm going to have a look at the boxes, put them in my sealed collection, because this, I've got a good feeling. I've got a good feeling about this, guys, especially the Iron Leaves and the Iron Crown. But what are your thoughts, guys? Let me know in the comments below. If you've made it to the end of the video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for all the support you've given me so far. We are well on the way towards 1,000 subs, but I need you, especially in the northeast of England. If you're in the northeast of England, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing anyone who's going to the northeast card show, the Newcastle card show in June, which I've just got my tickets for today, which is champion. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Stay safe, look after each other. Until the next time, I'll see you later.